Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly story, Fall Weather, Cooler Temperatures. It is a Cloverleaf Books, Fall is Here. Okay, fall has just begun and let's read about how the weather changes to cooler temperatures and we start to see little things that look a little different and we have to start dressing a little differently because the weather or the season is changing. So let's go ahead and get started. Fall weather, cooler temperatures. This is a fancy book because it has a table of contents, and that's what it tells us, our chapters and our titles and what page it starts on. So we get to know ahead of time what we're going to read about. So we're going to read about fall begins, changing weather, weather chart, and fall ends. And then there's some extra little bonuses at the end of the book. Chapter 1, fall begins. Whoosh, wind blows colorful leaves across the yard. Fall weather is here. We grab our jackets. We go outside to rake. We jump into the leaf pile and the leaves fly up. So here's a bonus information. It says fall and autumn are names for the same season. People call the seasons fall because leaves fall from the trees this time of the year. So it's autumn, but we like to call it fall because of the falling leaves. Today our class celebrates the first day of fall. Every year, fall begins on September 22nd or 23rd. People call this day the fall equinox. On the equinox, day and night are the same length. How cool is that? Days last about 12 hours. Night lasts about 12 hours too. So we have 12 hours of the moon, 12 hours of the sun. Here's our bonus. The word equinox means equal night. During fall, each day is a little shorter than the day before. Every morning, the sun rises later. So the time the sun comes up is a little different. Every night, the sun sets earlier. Less daylight brings cooler weather. Let's read our little fun fact. Fall ends on December 21st or 22nd. We call the first day of winter the winter solstice. It is the shortest day and the longest night of the year, so right before Christmas. Chapter 2, changing weather. Throughout fall, we feel the weather change from warm to cold. Our part of the planet gets the most sunlight during summer. That's why it's the warmest. It gets the least sunlight during winter. Fall weather feels cooler than summer weather. Fall weather feels warmer than winter weather. Let's read our fun fact. Animals notice cooler weather too. They get ready for winter during fall. Some animals grow thicker coats of fur. Others hide food so they can eat it later. Fall weather changes from day to day. We check the weather each morning to decide what to wear. In September, we wear light jackets. In October, we may put on hats. By November, we might need warm coats and mittens. Meteorologists are scientists. They study weather and predict the weather each day. Chapter 3, weather chart. Our class is making a weather chart this fall. Every day we look at the rain gauge, collects the rain. We write down how much rain fell. Every day we look at the thermometer. We write down the temperature. Some places have a rainy season during fall. People in these places carry umbrellas or wear rain jackets nearly every day. Here where we live, we do have some rain in the fall. Some days we write down warm temperatures. Some days we write down cool temperatures. As the weeks pass, we make an observation. The temperature is going down. An abbreviation is something you can see. An observation is something you can see or learn after carefully studying something else. So we observe an observation. We can see that the temperature is changing and it is going down. We compare our chart with charts from classes in other places. One class has warmer weather. Another class has more rain. Where we live, we're kind of in between at the beginning of fall where it's kind of warmer, but we just start to see cooler and more rain. My class has snow this fall. Fall weather is different from place to place. Some parts of Earth do not have fall weather. The weather around the middle of the Earth is nearly the same all year. So like Hawaii, it's the same all year. Chapter 4, fall ends. So what comes after fall? Fall is nearly over now. We wear heavy coats to stay warm outside. We see frost on the grass some mornings. Soon, snowflakes fly through the air. Winter is almost here. So after fall comes winter. Okay. If you do have this book, there are some super fun activities at the back about how to make a rain gauge. So a fun science experiment. There is also what we call a glossary. So a glossary gives us definitions. So on those information leaves that were throughout the book, they had some fancy terms, and here has the definition. And glossaries also are in alphabetical order. So it's like a dictionary of the fun words in our book. There are also other books you can read and some references. And an index is where we can find page numbers for those fancy terms. So where can I look back in my book to find some of those fancy terms? And that is a great non-fiction book. It gives us great information and it has a little extra parts to it than a fictional book. Okay, class, great job following along. I hope you're ready for fall. Mrs. Emmert has her sweater on today because now fall is changing from that warmer to cooler. We're getting a little bit more rain where we're at, and we're getting a little bit more wind where we're at. So I wore my sweater today because I'm a little chilly.